blow your mind.
Ooh, why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack my bag, but I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Ooh, why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new.
We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Ready, slack 15!
So don't say nothing.
White, 89!
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Gordon. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Switch it. Recon, 132 fighter. Cluster. Hey, Team 6.
To throw, Rivers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the 48-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Delta! Protein spill!
He's checking.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. The linebacker C.J. Mosley in on the stop.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Set, we're okay. 180, a rocket.
All day, defense, all day. 57 to Mike. 50.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. Going deep for Benjamin. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And nothing but daylight ahead. 30, 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. It was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On second down, it's Gordon. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up third and about 6.
Block 11! Hey, easy.
You move. Let's go.
Hey, Delta!
53, Mike 53. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Hey, Delta! Keep it hot!
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Fourth down, and on is Ty Long to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Bring it.
Hey, lady!
Check 49. I'm ready. 57's the mic. Rock 57.
We ain't giving... Hey, Haywood!
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And out across midfield down to the 45. 23 yards on the play.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
You don't know no better. Watch the safety creep.
Alrighty.
Check. Go back. We got motion. Back up.
Ready? Here we go.
Go 58's the mic.
Darnold on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. A little too much air under that one. That could have easily been 6 points.
Yeah, what kind of speed he has is almost impossible, we think, to actually overthrow him. But he did exactly that. I think he probably tried to get it out there maybe just a little bit too quickly.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, here we go.
Hey, lady! Here we go, lady!
Back to throw, Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 42. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 43-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Rivers out quickly here to Allen. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Hit 180. Block 15.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me.
Red.
It's just me and you.
57. Hey. Line 7. Behind.
From the gun, Rivers. Going deep for Benjamin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The ball resting on their own 5 here as they come up to the line on 2nd and long. Darnold from the gun. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Let's go, let's go.
80.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Check.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Check your hot read. Who do you want?
Darnold just beating the play clock. Caught here by Bell. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figure there's something wrong with the football.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled? So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
Darnold now 5 for 5 on the drive. He's responded after the interception. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha!
Bandit. 57's the mic. Watch 57. In your face.
Young lady.
Mike 57.
Let's set a tone.
Again, Darnold. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
On second down, it's Bell. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Hey, Charlie!
Right over there. Yeah. Mike 58, right there.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You gonna see me in your Red Delta!
57 the mark. 57.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Quentin Williams in there to bury him for a loss of 11. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coaches' 2-minute drill.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Left. Hey, Wahoo!
57's the mic. Watch 57. Coming.
Wait, 89!
From the gun, Rivers. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. Allen, the intended receiver.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
At the 29-yard line.
59, 58, Delaney, 65, 65, 65.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
Back at the 35-yard line.
Go, son. Mike 57. Tackle. Red 80. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Watch the pass.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Finding room to the 20. A first down there on a pickup at 25.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Let's go.
Now Bell. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. How about the two Bosa brothers, by the way? Both defensive players of the week in Week 8 for their respective conferences. Joey had 2 sacks, 4 tackles for loss in a win over the Bears. Nick had 3 sacks and a pick in a win over Carolina. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. They'll try again with Bell. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
Nice, sweetheart. Watch twist. Watch twist. Delaney. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Red 80. Defense, let's go. Pick it up, G. 49's the Mike. Watch 49. Record. 49.
Hey, Orbit.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Red 80. Watch the pass. Check it, Delaney.
To throw is Darnold. Herndon hauls it in for the Jet touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point forthcoming. And it's good to make it 14-0. Here's Sam Ficken now for the Jet field goal.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hey, easy. Hey, let's go.
Operating from the gun, Rivers. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A quick throw out wide, caught by Crowder. A gain of 6 there on first. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
At the Chargers' 33-yard line.
58, come on.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Red 80.
Hey, zoom. 58's the mic. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah.
On 2nd down and 4, Darnold, he'll let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and 4.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go. 57's the mic.
12.
Final play of the half, Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Matthias Farley. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Bravo.
Here's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
58, come on. Tighten up. Pull it together.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
49's the mic. 49's the mic.
Darnold to throw again. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Big Ed. Check.
Hey, lady.
He's coming.
Young lady.
He's coming, Doug.
Again, it's Bell. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Mike 57. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Motion. Young lady. Hey, check Mike 57.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Back. Showing it.
12. Greystone, travel.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. From the 35 on 2nd down, Rivers. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 35 yards. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. At the 21-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Darnold. And that is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Kill, lady.
Here's Darnold. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Charger drive about to get going. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
A big play there by Gordon. 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Gordon. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
57's the mic. Watch the
General West.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Keep it skinny.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On 2nd and 9. Rivers. Looking sideline, incomplete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Out. 3 down. Out.
Hey, Delta.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Smooth. We want it.
From the gun, Rivers. And that will be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Badgley able to knock this one through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. The carry here for the big tight end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check. Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield.
Five.
Darnold. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out. on this third quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
49. 49's the mic. 49's the mic. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Young lady. Hey, exit.
Mike's 40.
Now it's Darnold. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now Gordon on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
White, 89.
On third down, Rivers. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
White.
Rivers to throw for it on 4th. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jets are going to get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen.
Yeah, the ball is knocked out and picked up by the Chargers.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover.
Hey, Delta. Hey, 79. Behind.
Rivers now after the fumble recovery. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
That throw into the arms of Allen. The 20. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
Michael Ashley set to kick off.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Wide, get wide. Check.
Out of the pistol, it's Bell. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty.
Crunch time, defense. Lady. 49's the mic. Watch 49. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Hey, high 7.
Man, I got you.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. This one caught by Crowder. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Motion. 58, right over there.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now on 2nd and 13, Darnold. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Melvin Ingram able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Hey, watch the ball. Hey, ready? Go.
Guys, Mike, 49.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
Now it's Darnold. Steps away to his left. Going deep now for Herndon. And this is going to be intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That had disaster written all over it. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. A little bit of daylight on that 1st down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
check 3.
Hey, 79! 79! Hey, Alpha!
Now Rivers finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Set 180! 180!
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Load it! Load it!
Rivers to throw. Benjamin's got it.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Get that ball. Get that ball.
Here's Rivers. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack.
Coming after you. 57's Mike. Mike 57. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Hey, check left right.
Rivers. And a throw there going to be incomplete. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on 2nd down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die 4th down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They are just brimming with it right now.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 4.
Four receivers now. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4.
Hey, Charlie!
Let's go.
Motion, motion, motion!
Darnold. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. The Charger drive about to get going, except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Gordon. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They run it here with Gordon. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. 12 yards there and a first down. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Rivers out quickly here to Allen. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there, it'll be 2nd down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Well, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7.
0. Wahoo! You must be getting tired of seeing me. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Q. I got you.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And Allen's got it. A Charger first down. Rivers hooking up with Allen. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it, all right? I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
From the red zone now, Rivers. Forced out to his left, and that'll be incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
Hey, Rocket.
Throwing again. Rivers on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And it's caught. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
Just wanna be her for your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like